Hey, it's Sam Portland. You have got speed questions and I have got your answers. So today we are going to be looking at the difference between speed and power training, which is really, again, another common one. If you saw the last one about strength training, it follows similar lines, but again, the understanding really is knowing the difference, okay? So knowing the difference between what you're trying to create and getting clarity of what you're trying to create with your training. I spend a lot of time talking about this because we fail as coaches, and there's a big issue, and I had this when I was working in professional clubs, is we had the issue with identifying what specifically we were trying to use an exercise to target. And a lot of coaches and programs fall flat on their face when put under the microscope of, well, how are we going to create change with this, and how are we going to create a new level of performance with this given exercise. And when we start to assign different movements to different qualities and put them in buckets and put them in boxes, it becomes incredibly dangerous. So let me give you a couple of examples. Now, running at low level, at low speeds, is an endurance exercise. But also running at top speeds is a speed exercise. Running and accelerating at medium distances is an explosive speed exercise. Lifting heavy weights are a maximal strength exercise, okay, or exercises to elicit the response of maximal strength. Throwing medicine balls are exercises, so throwing overhead is an exercise used to develop explosive strength and rate of force development, for example. So rather than thinking that squats only develop strength and cleans only develop power, the way in which we implement the exercise is going to create the resultant adaptation that we want. So when I get this question, should I be doing power training versus speed training to improve my speed? Well, what you need to be doing is focusing on the denominations of speed, okay? Now stay with me. What that means is putting more specific exercises in place that will develop explosive speed. In short, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Okay, and we have to create variations of exercises that help develop the desired qualities for speed. So, if we're static starting, okay, we're developing something called starting strength, which is an explosive strength variation. So, what we need to do is create variations of exercises that replicate that and mimic that in different conditions to create variation and different intensities to develop that specifically. So what we're doing is removing all other exercises and starting with the premise of what part of running, or what part of the gait cycle, acceleration, or top speed can we start to tax and expose with these given exercises. And if you want a resource I put together of the 5 exercises that people should be doing but they're not doing, then just comment exercise below and I'll send you a link of which you can go and download it and start using those exercises, because we're starting to open up a bigger topic of how we're breaking down speed. But I want to give you some further more examples and really summarize the key element that you just need to take away from today's video is that speed training develops everything because it's the top. It will develop your strength. It will develop your explosive power. It will develop your speed because it's the most specific thing we can do, and also it creates some of the biggest load in the body that can't be replicated anywhere else. So everything that we do below speed on our pyramid of qualities, so strength, power, speed, for example, everything is trying to develop, okay, the ability to withstand speed. And speed brings everything else up. So doing resisted accelerations, for example, that are really slow and really heavy is going to develop your acceleration specific strength. We do it a little bit lighter, it's going to start to develop your acceleration specific power. We do it a bit lighter than that, the acceleration specific speed strength. And then we just do unweighted accelerations, is developing your speed of acceleration. So when you consider those, and when you think about changing the way that you're training to specifically to target that, you're going to see huge gains. And if we let go of our attachment to the weight room and start thinking more specifically and more applied, you're going to see massive gains. So if you've got questions that you want me to answer, just drop a comment below. But like I said, comment exercise if you want to see the 5 exercises that you should be doing that you shouldn't, that people don't do. I'll send you the link and give you the resource. All right, stay tuned. I'm Sam Portland here for all your Field Sport Speed questions and answers. Stay tuned for the next